You know how I've said in the past, like, trying to do math on stream, you don't have that, like, critical thinking when you're streaming. Like, you can have a conversation with, like, multiple people and kind of, like, passively play a game, but essentially, like, the deeper, complicated, like, thought processing is just not there. So when you're trying to learn a game, or at least for me, when I'm trying to learn a game, it is very, very hard to figure out what the fuck you're learning as you're doing it. Where did my people go? There. Um, yeah, because I did try. There was a few streams I did with Dwarf Fortress where I'm like, look, if people want to come in and like educate me on how to play and stuff, that'd be awesome. I'd take the step by step learning and stuff, and we did a couple. The only problem was, of course, then you also come into contact with when you're asking for help on the internet. It kind of like sends out a beacon for the people that want to like fuck over your game too. They're like, this person will 100% just take the advice. And yes, I did, which is why I don't take advice live on stream anymore. And we flooded my entire colony. So that's why that doesn't happen anymore. I'll test something out offline and see how it goes. And if it's good advice, it's good advice. And if it's not, yeah, that conversation next time will be interesting. But Dragon Dogma Dark Arisen was originally Rush to complete with Demon Souls, but was it? I've lost myself here. Was it? But with only one expansion, it's more replayable and toxic free compared to Souls series, which somehow became was it the leader? Same combat floor in Demon Souls are in Elden Ring. The only problem is the way that things like that become the leading game is the fact that the really toxic combative people will play the shit out of something in my houses. Alright. Yeah, that's generally how something becomes more popular, is that people are interested in playing the crap out of it. They are interested in being competitive with other people about it. The only problem with that is that while that does make something more popular for a little while, once people get sick of being competitive or having their ass handed to them non-stop by that particular thing, they'll move on to something else, whatever other game exists that's new or existing, and then that will come just as popular, while the other one basically just dies off to the more consistent general fan base that weren't so competitive, you know? Yeah, look at Rust. You think any game from 10 years ago? Can't remember them. See, I've heard of Rust. I haven't played it. And the things that I've heard about Rust is that a lot of the community is toxic, which is bad because I know not all of the community is toxic, and a lot of people will actually find like a really great, server with like a great community. But unfortunately, the shitty part of it is louder speaking than the really good part of it, which is unfortunate. And it's probably very likely more dominant than the shitty side of it. There's no such things in Rust. What? Good people. Oh man. I'm starting to question somebody I know. As I played Rust and watched endless content of it. I've seen a little bit of content related to Rust. It's usually where either people build traps in their homes so that if you come in to raid your shit while like you're away, they'll get trapped in there and die, and then they have to deal with you when you come back. Or alternatively, it's where somebody gets killed just out in the wilderness by someone, and they grief them to the point where they're like, okay, whatever, I'll just come back, and then they come back usually with like a massive community or something, you know. So they're the two types of Rust that I've seen so far. Is it Rust? Like basically KOS. It's KOS. Sorry, I don't know a lot of like abbreviated stuff. Like I spend time on the internet, but I don't get like kill on sight. Yep. Yeah, I'll get there eventually with some of this. Mate, go back to work. Yeah, I kind of figured that because like Tarkov's a little like that, but not quite. I've heard some good things about some Tarkov servers, like Triantha, who's our Chaos Senpai here. He plays Tarkov a bit, and from what I've seen, like He's on a veteran server, and they're mostly kind of good. Like, they will kill each other, they will raid stuff, but generally speaking, they are open to a conversation, and try to like negotiate without anybody dying if they can avoid it. But I know that that's not everywhere. Like, it really just depends on the group of people playing. The Tarkov is meant to be kill on sight, except for a few cases. Yeah. I think the other thing too is that I think most people can understand that if you play on a game where if you work during the week, whatever your job is doesn't matter, right? If you only have a few hours to hang out and enjoy something, and dying equals losing basically, hours of running back of finding your shit, like a lot of people will like stop and actually like negotiate stuff. Yeah, put some farms back here. I'm dying again. Actually, you know what I should do is I should build some of these. Should build those. Yeah, you guys take those back. Yeah, it's hard to explain. People kill you just so they can see what you're carrying, just out of curiosity. Oh, God. I'd be like, look, I'll send you a fucking screenshot. I can have a screenshot of that and me flipping you off at the same time so you know it's authentic. So, I don't know. That's why I don't play games like that, though. Because, like, I know Triantha really wanted me to play Tarkov, and I'm like, it sounds interesting, but since I can only play, like, 1 day a week for 4 hours, that's a huge gamble to, like, potentially get killed and or maybe even have one person just be a dick and hunt you down all day, you know? Same with Rust. Like, I can't really justify anything that involves, like, losing everything by being offline for too long. That's frustrating. Because, like, the way that I stream, like, yeah, I could very, very easily change the way that I stream to benefit that if I wanted to. But I also kind of want to have a life at the same time, and I need more recovery time to sleep and rest outside of what I do because I've got health conditions. So no matter what I do, I have to always account for stuff like that. So I can't just be like on all the time. Plus, my voice literally will not let me. On the average lately, I feel like I don't want to go back to less hours on like stream, but my voice is kind of like slapping me upside the head and being like, I've got 3 hours a day for you, and that's it. You know? That's it, Tarkov, if you want to play without risking much. Sorry, what was that? So, I understand the struggle and the pain. I'm going back up this in reverse order. Let me go back up. And things you might get out if you're in a situation where they're doing a quest. Alright, so they might have like leniency there, but which quests are fucking annoying as fuck. People can understand the struggle and the pain. Tarkov, if you want to play without risking much, you just need to play play Scarf. Like scavenger type stuff. So basically, like, you let people go in and then you come in and get like scraps and stuff, because I have heard that that's still pretty dangerous because people will just like post up near loot and shit. So you will lose everything over being hours offline. Yeah, that was the thing. That was the conversation that I had, because I had no problem with the concept of playing Tarkov. It sounded like an interesting game. Looks like a nice game. But you have to play it kind of really, really consistently to kind of keep your shit. And then on the servers that Trantha was playing on, I think once a month, I think it was, once a week, once a month, they do like a full wipe. So you start again. I'm guessing it's monthly. And I'm like, I can't really justify that because I get like I think it's like 16 hours a month that I'd be able to play it. And I wouldn't be able to do much with that, honestly. Scav is just one of a scav with very little stuff in the middle of raid. Ugh, Jesus. Doesn't matter. It happens as a matter of how much time until your base is raided. Yeah, I've heard that too. Because basically when you're offline, like, people notice there's like a lack of traffic and shit. Like, you're not really going to your base. I've heard of that. So have a lovely night and thank you for the streams. No worries, Lacey. I'm sorry about all the fucking coughing. But yeah, I'll catch you next time, Lacey. I would normally stop now. I'm just going to see how long it takes me to, like, get out of this battle. Which is funny because I said I was going to have a shorter stream tonight, and I've still got all this stuff to fix afterwards. So pretty much once this game is finished, then I'll stop. I'm trying to, like, build up towers and shit so I can defend myself better, so I can make people like you lot standing there aren't helping me. Go back up the back there. I meant to sleep 2 hours ago, but too much fun. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Please do get some rest. It has been wonderful just chatting as well, so I've enjoyed it as well. I just didn't realize I was, like, keeping you awake. Get some sleep. Go get some sleep. And yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow or whenever I next see you. I need you guys to actually build down here because you're kind of choking up the space with those camels. Fucking camels. What's it? Scav is a different character than your PMC. You don't lose anything as Scav because you spawn with stuff. It isn't yours. It's some stuff of random Scav AI in the map you take control of. Ah, wow. That sounds pretty cool though. Was it talking about sleep? I just woke up. Midday naps do be hitting hard. Lol. Well, yeah, you gotta remember, I also woke up, like, right before stream. So the funny thing is, ages ago, I used to have somebody come in and be like, go to bed. Because they'd be like, what time is it for you? And I'm like, oh, it's currently 2 a.m. And they'd be like, go to bed. I'm like, I literally just fucking woke up the start of my day. Like, can you not? But yeah, I find it pretty funny because, like, some of yous, actually, if that one resigned, go over here. Some of yous just wake up within about an hour of me going live. Some are going to bed. Some it's middle of the day. Some are in the afternoon. Don't tell me to go to bed. Seriously, Dipsy, don't tell me to go to bed. But yeah, I don't know. I pretty much kind of figure everybody's kind of all over the place. That's why when people come in and they say, like, good morning or good night or something like that, like, I don't know what to say to people until I get used to what time zone you're on. I'm just joking. Maybe. Where is the hire here? Oh, it's there. It's a good hire. That's fine. Oh, Viking has weight. I was going to say, I'm like, I'd normally be finishing about now, but I'm like, I don't know how long this match is going to go, so we will see. But yeah, get some head scratches for Viking. As I don't mean it really. That's fine. I can tell that you're, like, making a joke. That's the other thing too, is just, like, over time, I do get to know the sense of humor of you guys. And I can kind of, like, figure out after a while. But that's what I was saying with earlier. It's like sometimes you don't know, or you don't know a person enough to kind of know whether or not they're joking. And I do get that occasionally. I've had that in the past where somebody's come in and the very first thing they say could maybe be a joke, but it could seriously also maybe not be a joke. And I don't know them well enough yet to know that. There we go. This should help my people. Or my allies, I guess. Hey, what are you up to, Viking? Nice, so happily receiving head scratches. Once I type in all cats, it's 100% joking. Ah, well, that will definitely help to know that. I've seen that in Discord so far. Like, when you're auto-correcting yourself, like, 3 times, and I already got I understood the sentence because I read the picture. And I'm like, I was just sitting there waiting for you to finish, like, auto-correcting yourself again. Because I'm like, I saw what autocorrect was doing to you. It was savage. But yeah, and then, like, you were just like, like, I think he just said, like, full stop, shut. And I'm like, I could see this being like, shut the fuck up or something like this. Because I often have a stroke. Look, it happens. Autocorrect does it. And also, obviously, like, sometimes just human error. Like, I also do, usually when I'm, like, offline, if it's quicker, I'll try to do voice to text. But I always have to sit there and, like, go through and check what it's actually picked up. Because the funny thing is, like, my voice to text feature on my phone is kind of shit, but my tablet is so much worse. My tablet, I swear, it doesn't quite understand what spell check is and what it does. Because, yeah, I get some weird fucking full auto corrects on that. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty used to it by now, I've got to say. Between everybody having like various different languages and stuff, like I kind of figured when somebody's saying something, you can kind of see conversationally where that conversation is going and what that word probably is. Oh man, do you guys want to kill this guy? Because he's going to be tank and all these. They're not going to kill him. I just want to see if two can take down. No, they're not going to win that. All right, let's keep building stuff. I guess I could build more farms. That could be something I could do. Let's see. Let's say yesterday wasn't even autocorrect fucking me up. It was just me being tired and typing the wrong thing over and over. Yeah, that happens too. Like, for instance, occasionally I try to type Grim for, like, obviously Grim, who plays like 7 Days to Die with me and is my best mate and stuff. And every so often it just automatically autocorrects it to Grin, or I don't know what. We've had a couple of different ones in there that are so far off. And I will try to say it again. Like, I will try to say it again, and I'll try to go out of my way to select the correct word. But by then, my phone's autocorrect has already morphed what it believes this word should be. So then I select the wrong word, and then in the process of trying to fix that word, I select it again, and oh my fucking god, it just keeps going in a cycle until I end up just getting frustrated with it. But yeah, I don't know. It's fucking language is fun. It's the moment I tried to type tainted and autocorrects to taint. Hey, at least that's where yours goes. Mine just gives me, if I try to type in tainted, it will give me fainted. If I type in I normally type in you and I get, what do I get? I get a G usually instead of a Y, which doesn't make an English word that I'm aware of. So yeah, I get some weird shit. What are you lot doing? Yeah, I get that a lot. Y changes a lot. H changes to Y's and G's a lot. I don't know why. It's frustrating though. R's turn to T's. This is like, yeah, look, my phone a while ago, I don't know when exactly, but there was some time ago, right, where my phone, I don't know if it updated or what, but it just suddenly went from being, I will autocorrect you to a very similar spelt word, like, you know, I don't know, same and game being similar, right? Just a letter difference. There's a fair chance that you're trying to type one of the two. To instead, it will change to, if I'm trying to type game and I've accidentally typed insane, right? It will change it to gain or to like rain or some shit like that. Like, it will choose letters that are far away from what I'm trying to type. And it's really fucking frustrating because I'm like, I understand that autocorrect on phones does take into contents sentences and will kind of like piece together based on the words around it. Will give you an autocorrect. But I don't know when my phone had its seizure personally, but it had a big one at some point. And it's worse than me. Like, more often than not, I'm typing something in, and I don't know if any of you guys do this, but you know when you like type in something to find out how it's spelt, and you're waiting for autocorrect to come up and like kind of complete the word? And I do that, and it doesn't complete the word. I type out the entire fucking word, and it just sits there like, basically my phone sits there just staring me back, like, you're done, kind of thing. And it's always like it might be correctly spelt, it could be incorrectly spelt. I'll end up using like voice to text to like get it to automatically enter a word because I'm like, it's faster, but then it also doesn't always pick up what I'm saying. So then we get like, oh man, there's times where like a lot, instead of it being two separate words, it will bring in like allotted or a thought or something like that. I'll be like, Jesus, all right, I'll tell my cousin that that's a thought. I'm sure that's going to go down great. Like, you know, its choices are questionable at best. Also, I've lost a few extra people here. Yeah, I don't know. Usually, the worst part is I'm usually texting somebody that's like a safe choice. That if I fuck up something sentence wise, they'll just be like, "Oh yeah, that was funny." But in some cases, I'm like, I don't know, actually trying to type something very specific because I know I need to be specific. And I'm just like, please stop having your moment. Like I often do say, like my phone goes through times where it needs an adult, and I don't feel like sometimes I don't feel adequate enough for it. I'm just like I'm clearly not enough of an adult for it to be like fine with whatever I'm saying, to actually have this conversation with whoever I'm trying to talk to. But yeah, I don't know. Technology's great. I guess I guess the what do you call it? Uh, what you know when you're like watching a show or something? That's the moral of the story. That's the one I'm after. There we go. That's the moral of the story. But look, we got there in the end. Just think, it was like, I don't know, about 5 hours ago, 4 hours ago, 4.5 hours ago, I woke up. So I'm doing great for about that. Get on the trees, mate. I don't know. I guess the biggest thing too is after stream, this is going to be really interesting. Trying to fix Twitch Studio. At this point in time, I don't know what to do. So I'm gonna have to probably watch some videos and educate myself. And either way, I've got to get it fixed. I have to figure out how to fix it because otherwise I can't play PUBG properly, or really even RimWorld because I won't be able to see. Oh man, could you imagine me trying to select somebody at the top here and I can't see? Oh man, that'd be great. I'd be like, fuck, I need Corpsey, and I just gotta like randomly click up here somewhere and like try to tab across. Let's just give up sometimes and go with whatever autocorrect types. More often than not, I normally just like go, okay, voice to text, whatever's close enough, send it. But I do try to get it at least like mostly right so that autocorrect can figure its shit out. If you guys want to get back in there. The elephant riders, I never make them, but fuck, they're hard to kill. You kind of need camel riders to go up against them. Which is interesting because it's like it's literally just a dude in a box on a fucking thing. That's a pretty interesting one to have it autocorrect to, honestly. I haven't seen that happen. Socks would be more like, what's the round S? Docs? Docs or... I was going to say, I'm like, it could autocorrect to something else, but yeah, I'm going to stop there. Let's see. What am I after here? I need to fucking find stuff. I also need food. Let's go make some of these. That happens to be due to typing a lot of dirty and perverted jokes. That's the other thing too, is that like it generally learns. So for instance, I say fucking quite a lot because obviously that's how I speak. I'm Australian, we swear. And so pretty much at the point wherever I get a new phone, one of the first things that I do is I automatically turn off auto-corrected duck or ducking or ducks, because like it's never going to be ducks. And yet the one time, so ironically one of my cousins loves ducks, so when I actually did want to have a conversation with her about ducks, yeah, I just kept talking about fucks. And I was like, why is this happening to me? And I realized that I put ducks into like the never autocorrect section or something. And I'm like, oh, well, that's why it keeps autocorrecting to fuck and fucks. So at least I know. At least I know what I'm doing. That happens to me. Yeah. Sometimes. But that's the other thing too. It's like, you know, when like sometimes you're typing something and it does that, like where your letters jumble and stuff. Like I do get that as well. Like, yeah, I understand. I can normally like read it. I can still read it. It says sometime. What are you saying what for? Also, put the camels there. There is an Arctic fox chilling in my base for the longest times. Well, have you caught it yet? It should be a pet by now. You guys, I think... Yeah. Sorry, I'm yawning. Yeah, let me get down here. 310 wood. Oh, I have a fuck ton of food, actually. It's been a while. I haven't built much. I just thought I didn't have anything. Thanks, Sacrum. Yeah, no, I still have the problem. I just thought that I perpetually didn't have anything because I couldn't fucking build anything. Maybe it's wood. I've got a lot of gold. Maybe I can make some camels. Make a lot of camels. There we go. We have camel riders. You're awake. How's the food coma? So lucky it hasn't haunted my cat. Oh, hunted your cat. Yeah. Now, that's the only thing I don't like about, you know how you can get, you can, I don't know, tame stuff that's like a predatory animal or whatever. I always get worried about that because, like, if I say tame a bear or something like that, the thing that concerns me is the fact that I won't necessarily notice if another bear walks in of the same sort of like types and stuff. That's why I normally go for like panthers and stuff because they're not just a standard cougar color. So when a cougar walks in, I can tell that that's a predator that I need to kill to protect my animals. There's a Boral Forest, the amount of wild predators is insane. I know that one of the locations I'll have to move to next should be Boral Forest or about that. I'm actually looking forward to it because I haven't had to set up in the Boral Forest before. I set up in a rainforest once and oh my fucking god, the rate of infection on that place and the sheer number of monkeys that attacked me was concerning. Deeply concerning. It was not what I was expecting when I went to a rainforest, I'll tell you that much. I was expecting pretty flowers and wet shit, you know? And I'm feeling the after effect a bit groggy. As it surprised me, Grim. I'm a little bit tired, but I also, like, earlier tonight, I did have a good sleep. I just didn't sleep that long. Because it took me ages to fall asleep today. But, the other thing, too, is that it's also a little draining knowing that pretty much instead of doing editing straight after stream, I'm going to focus straight up on trying to fix Twitch Studio. Like, editing can always wait until tomorrow night if I really need to. Actually, it didn't. I've actually got my sound down pretty low on my headset tonight. Because I was quite sensitive to sound when I woke up. I was like, I think Nick was eating something. I turned around and told him to shut the fuck up. Because I'm like, you know when like chewing noises and stuff, I've got that sensitivity. And it was a little high tonight. And he just, I don't know, he looked at me. That was about the extent of it. He didn't say anything. He knew what was going on. Like, yeah. Oh my god. No worries, Methless. I know you got to start stream soon. I'm sorry I'm going to miss some of it. But, yeah, I'll catch you later. It's not always sensitive. I know you're always sensitive, Grim. You're a delicate flower. Grim's just giggling and going pink. I know what you meant. I was purposely ignoring the context. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, no, the sound sensitivity stuff. Was there somebody eats with their mouth open? I just have the urge to yell at them to shut their mouth. I mean, I do that too. But I've also got that, I think it's like, not synesthesia or whatever. It's the one where like certain noises bother you. I think it starts with like an M or something. But, yeah, I've got that. So eating and drinking, mouth sounds are very strong for me. And there's a few bird noises that are particularly painful. But like the thing is, like, you know, ASMR and stuff like that. You know how a lot of people like absolutely fucking love ASMR. Like, I cannot do it and I cannot stand it because it physically causes my ears and the like bones and muscles around my ears to actually be in pain. So I can't stand it. I can't do it. Like there was a time where for some fucking reason, like occasionally I just like absolutely space out on TikTok, right? No fucking shame in absolutely spacing out of life. But I would go onto TikTok to not think for like an hour. And TikTok would bombard me with like every second and third video would be some form of ASMR, somebody fingering the camera, ear holes, my fucking nostrils, I don't know. Things were going places and I was not okay with it. And it was just so fucking jarring. I'm just sitting there trying not to think and not to feel and not to relax, or trying to relax and And no, TikTok was like actively, aggressively ASMRing me. And I was not okay with it. Not one fucking bit. But yeah, it went through that for a while. And the worst part was every time I said, not interested in this content, it would give me 3 times the amount of that content. So I started saying not interested to cat videos. And then it stopped showing me cat videos. And I'm like, what's the difference? What's the difference? I wanted cat videos, but I can't have them if I say I'm not interested. It legitimately takes it seriously. But if I say I'm not interested in ASMR, it gives me 3 times the amount of content. So I don't know what to do with that. It was basically just like throw the phone. It was one of those scenarios.